Okay, ever feel like you're just juggling way too many things at once?
Totally.
Like wishing there was a way to just hit a pause button or something, make life just a little bit less complicated.
Yeah, that's the dream, right?
We're looking at this AI, please guide my life presence thing, how artificial intelligence, or AI for short, is actually stepping up to help us simplify those everyday routines.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just hype this time.
Right, exactly.
We've been looking at this really interesting guide, and it breaks down 10 specific areas, 10 ways that AI can tangibly make your day-to-day easier.
Exactly. And forget those like futuristic robot butlers for a sec.
Yeah.
We're talking about practical tools, things you and I can start using, well, right now to get things done.
Yeah.
So our source material is packed with examples of AI stepping in to help with like everything. We're talking about managing your crazy schedule, planning trips, even getting healthier, finding that creative spark.
Yeah.
So think of this deep dive as like your personal tour guide through the most impactful of these AI helpers, the ones that can genuinely save you time, reduce that stress, and without getting bogged down in all the techie jargon.
Yeah, absolutely. Cut through the noise.
So our mission today is to extract those actionable life hacks powered by AI. So for anyone listening out there, this is for you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's jump right into something I think we all struggle with, time management.
It truly is. It's a universal challenge. I mean, how often do you feel like you're just drowning in to-do lists and appointments? Like there's just not enough hours in the day.
All the time. And that's what's so interesting about how AI is evolving. It's not just about recording appointments in a digital calendar. It's about helping us actually make the most of our time, strategically.
Oh, for sure.
And the guide really highlights these cool AI solutions popping up in smart calendar apps and intelligent to-do lists, which is way more than just setting a basic reminder.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Like, take AI-powered smart reminders. You can actually schedule tasks just by talking, like using your natural voice.
Pretty awesome.
Like, if you're using Microsoft 365 Copilot, you could literally just say, remind me to, follow up with Sarah about the presentation, on Monday morning. And it's done. It's in your calendar.
Just like that.
You don't even have to type it out.
And even better, some tools will actually remind you about tasks you might have missed earlier, things that you haven't gotten to yet.
Oh, interesting.
Tools like Morgan do this. It's subtle, but it's super effective for staying on track without constantly having to review your whole to-do list.
Yeah, that would be great. So it's like that extra little, helpful nudge.
Totally.
Then there's this whole thing with intelligent prioritization of your to-do list, and that's where things get really smart.
Yeah, like AI can actually analyze how much of an impact each task has. Like, understanding that if you get that one big project done, it might actually unlock a bunch of other things.
Right. And, it can also just organize everything based on upcoming deadlines or even estimate how long each task will take.
Oh, that would be so helpful.
Yeah. So many AI task management apps will actually weigh things like the importance of a task, how urgent it is, how much effort it'll take, all that good stuff. And Motion's a great example. It automatically prioritizes your work for you.
Oh, wow.
It's not just managing your list. It's like a strategic filter for your brain.
Yeah, that's great. So you can actually focus on those high impact things first and will avoid that decision fatigue.
Absolutely.
It's like having a little advisor, but for your day.
Totally.
And speaking of strategy, what about smart scheduling? Like within AI calendar apps, that sounds like a total game changer.
Oh, it is. It is. Especially if you've ever spent, way too much time trying to coordinate meetings across different people's schedules. You know what I mean?
I've been there.
It can be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But AI systems can actually analyze everyone's work patterns, their real-time availability, time zones, all that to find the absolute best times to meet.
Wow.
And platforms like ClickUp, Reclaim AI, Clockwise, and Motion, those are the ones leading the way here.
So basically no more endless email chains, just trying to find a time that works for everybody.
Exactly. They even have features that automatically block out time for focused work, deep work, identify the absolute best meeting times, and even dynamically shift things around if priorities change last minute.
Oh, that's smart.
It's all about protecting that valuable time and maximizing your productivity.
The source even mentioned the future of AI in task delegation.
Oh, really?
Apparently, tools like Time Hero can identify when team members are overloaded and, eventually maybe even automatically redistribute tasks.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. And Motion's automatic project manager is already creating team plans, so it's like we're already heading in that direction.
That's pretty.
So bigger picture for everyone listening, AI in time management is about moving from just reacting to your schedule to actually having proactive assistance, like a partner that's learning your needs and adapting.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
It's about taking some of that mental load off of you, freeing up your brain power for the important stuff.
And ultimately, I think it can really lead to much better productivity and a healthier work-life balance.
Okay, now time saving, that sounds pretty good to me. So next up, who actually enjoys the stress of planning a trip?
I don't know anybody who enjoys that.
Right. Didn't think so.
Yeah.
So let's explore how AI can help you, well, travel like a pro.
Yeah. I mean, travel planning can feel like a whole second job sometimes, but these AI-powered travel apps and trip planners are totally changing the game by helping you find those cost-effective options, create personalized trips that actually match your style, and then stay informed with real-time alerts while you're on the go.
Yeah, and that whole, like, finding those affordable flights and hotels, that's always the first hurdle, right?
Right.
So our source highlights platforms like Hopper, which uses AI to analyze all that historical price data and then actually predict what prices will do in the future.
Yeah.
So it can basically tell you when the best time to book is.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it sends you alerts for things like hotel price drops.
And get this, One Air even claims to use AI to find totally exclusive deals.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
That you wouldn't find anywhere else?
That you wouldn't find anywhere else.
Wow.
So beyond just these specific examples, though, AI travel apps are really good at aggregating prices from all those different booking sites and watching out for fluctuations.
Oh, it's so smart.
So you can snag the best deals.
It's basically like having a super efficient, always-on travel agent in your pocket.
Exactly.
What about those personalized itineraries, though? Because honestly, those one-size-fits-all package deals never really seem to hit the mark.
No.
You know?
That's where AI trip planners like Layla, WonderPlan, Trip Planner AI, and MindTrip, those are the ones that really shine. You just tell them where you want to go, your dates, what you're interested in, and your budget, and they create these fully customized itineraries just for you.
Oh, wow.
They even give you detailed cost breakdowns. It's really taking those basic recommendations and turning them into like a full-blown, cohesive travel experience.
So it actually takes into account your specific interest and your budget to suggest not just where to stay, but also what to see and do.
Exactly. Even how to get around.
That's so cool.
And the level of detail is pretty mind-blowing. They'll factor in nearby attractions, how long it'll take to travel between places, the best times to visit to avoid all the crowds, and even recommend restaurants that, match your taste.
Wow.
It's like having your own personal local guide planning everything out.
That is amazing.
It is.
But the stress doesn't necessarily end once you've booked your trip.
No, not at all.
There are always those unexpected changes. So how does AI step in there?
Real-time travel alerts, those can be lifesavers. Apps like TripIt will give you live updates on your flight status, gate changes, any delays.
Oh, that would be so useful.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with all the travel mayhem lately.
Exactly. And remember Hopper.
Yeah.
It's still watching prices even after you've booked. So if there's a price drop, you'll know.
That's awesome.
So basically, AI is constantly looking out for you, adjusting things based on real-time conditions so you can plan accordingly.
So it's not just about the initial planning. It's about actually navigating the entire trip itself with way less stress.
Exactly.
And you know what I love? Finding those unique, kind of off-the-beaten-path experiences.
Yeah, me too.
The guide mentions that AI can actually help with that, too.
I'd for sure.
Platforms like Lila and Google Trips, they're using AI to personalize those recommendations for things to do, attractions that maybe aren't on every tourist map.
Yeah.
Based on your interests.
And TripBot is specifically designed to help you find those hidden gems, those more authentic local experiences.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So it really sounds like AI is transforming travel from this potentially overwhelming ordeal into a way smoother, more personalized, and ultimately enjoyable adventure.
It is.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you can make informed decisions. The planning is so much easier, and you can just enjoy the journey with way more confidence.
Right. Okay, so we've talked about planning adventures, but what about planning a healthier lifestyle?
Yeah.
That can sometimes feel like a monumental task.
Oh, it can be a lot.
Let's see how AI can be your personal wellness buddy.
Okay, so maintaining a healthy lifestyle, that often takes, consistent effort and tracking.
Right.
But these AI-powered fitness trackers and nutrition apps are becoming amazing partners in this.
Yeah.
They're helping you reach those wellness goals by automatically keeping tabs on important health stuff and giving you personalized guidance along the way.
The idea of automatically tracking things like my steps and sleep patterns, I mean, that sounds amazing. I am so bad at manually logging all that stuff.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Like, how does that even work?
So devices like the Apple Watch and the Samsung Galaxy Watch, they use all these sensors and AI smarts to constantly monitor things like your sleep stages, your heart rate, even your blood oxygen levels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And some can even pick up on potential health issues that you might want to chat with your doctor about.
Really?
Yeah. And then you've got platforms like Sleep Tracker AI, which use machine learning for contactless sleep monitoring.
Wait, contactless sleep monitoring. How does that work?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I don't know how they do it, but it's out there.
It is. And then it gives you science-backed advice on how to improve your sleep based on, your unique patterns.
That's cool. So what about, like, making healthier food choices? Can AI help with that too?
Definitely. So there are apps like Nutrimeals AI, and they can create personalized meal plans, like in minutes. It takes into account your dietary needs, your health goals, even things like macronutrients.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's impressive. AI is crunching tons of nutrition data, sometimes even factoring in your genomics and lifestyle to tailor those recommendations just for you.
So it's basically like having a nutritionist on call, creating a meal plan specifically for you without the cost of all those consultations.
Exactly.
I like that. So the source also mentioned apps like Noom, PlateJoy, and Lifesum that are using AI for meal planning, as well as Passio AI's Nutrition AI SDK. That one's a little more technical, but essentially it's a toolkit for developers to build AI-powered nutrition features into their own apps.
Yeah, so we might even start seeing things like meal recognition just from taking a picture of your food, and AI chatbots that can give you advice.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
So these are like digital nutrition coaches, basically.
Exactly. And AI makes those recommendations really, really personal.
It's not just generic advice.
No, not at all.
But it's also not just about diet and sleep.
Yeah.
What about those other wellness aspects?
Yeah.
Like staying hydrated.
Yeah. Our source mentioned smart water tracker. AI is great for scheduling those personalized reminders, and it can be easily applied to something as simple as reminding you to drink water throughout the day.
Yeah, I need those reminders for sure.
I mean,
every little bit helps. Right.
Totally.
And, the connection between our physical and mental health is huge.
Yeah.
So does AI have a role in areas like meditation or mental well-being?
Well, the main focus here was on that physical side of things.
Right.
But the source did mention Reclaim AI.
Okay.
It has this feature to actually block out time in your calendar for meditation.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So we're seeing this trend of integrating mindfulness into those AI-driven scheduling tools.
I love that.
And more broadly, AI has huge potential for supporting mental health through personalized meditation apps, tools for stress management, things like that.
Yeah.
So we're really starting to see AI evolve into this comprehensive wellness companion. It can track those key metrics effortlessly and provide personalized guidance, which can lead to making better choices and potentially a much healthier you.
Yeah. And I think that's something that's really important for everyone listening to consider. AI can take over some of those tedious tasks, the monitoring, the planning, and free up your mental energy so you can actually focus on building those healthy habits and sticking with them.
For sure.
All right. So we've covered managing our time, traveling smarter, boosting our well-being. Now let's step into, the realm of smart home, easy life.
Yeah, that smart home concept where all your devices talk to each other and do things automatically. It's not just some futuristic idea anymore. It's actually becoming reality.
Right.
And AI is what's making it all possible.
So what's AI doing in the smart home world?
All kinds of things.
Okay.
But seriously, the ability to control things like the lights or the temperature with just your voice, that still kind of feels like science fiction to me.
Yeah, I agree.
But you can't deny it's so convenient. Voice assistants like Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant, they're like the control hubs for your smart home. So you can just say, Alexa, dim the living room lights, or, hey, Google, turn off the bedroom fan. And it just happens.
That's so cool. It's hands-free control at its finest.
Exactly. And many of the smart speakers also have those physical buttons as backup, which is nice. So you've always got options.
So it's not just about convenience, though, right? I mean, security is a big concern for people.
Absolutely. And AI actually boosts home security by using intelligent alerts.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So these AI-powered systems are constantly analyzing data from sensors and cameras.
Oh, hey.
And they're learning what's normal in your home. Things like facial recognition can tell who belongs there, and sophisticated behavior analysis can spot weird things that might mean a security problem.
Oh, wow. So it's not just like a simple alarm system that goes off with any motion.
No.
It's actually understanding what's normal for your specific house.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's about proactive security, alerting you to potential issues right away.
That's great.
And even recording stuff for you to review later.
So then there's like the automation of all those everyday tasks. I really like the idea of like my home sort of anticipating my needs. You know?
I know, right? It's like having a little helper.
Yeah.
So voice assistants can do these complex routines with just one command.
Okay, like what? Give me an example.
So you could say, good morning, and your lights would come on slowly, your thermostat would adjust to your perfect temperature, and your coffee maker would start brewing.
Oh, that's the dream.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And AI can actually learn your preferences over time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then optimize things automatically. Like, for example, your smart thermostat would adjust based on your usual schedule and how warm or cool you like it.
That's smart.
Yeah.
It's like seamless integration between all those smart devices.
Totally. Like, imagine your video doorbell sees a delivery person and then automatically unlocks your smart lock. Oh, that's convenient. And I bet all that smart stuff can save energy too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
AI can keep an eye on how much energy your home's using.
Yeah.
And then optimize those heating and cooling systems and lights to cut back on waste.
That's amazing.
It can even spot things that might mean energy's being wasted.
Oh.
So you can save money and be more environmentally friendly too.
So it's really not just about having cool gadgets in your house.
No, not at all.
It's about creating a home that's actually, like, intuitive.
Yeah, it's more secure and efficient, personalized to your specific needs.
So it's a truly smart home.
It really is.
Yep.
It learns and adapts over time.
Okay, so we've made our home smarter.
Okay.
Now, how about making ourselves smarter and faster?
Yes.
Learn anything faster.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
In today's world, learning new things is just so crucial, whether it's a skill or just knowledge. And AI is giving us some incredible tools to speed up that process. So we could be talking about mastering a new language or doing in-depth research.
Oh, AI can help with both.
Yeah, language learning apps have definitely come a long way.
Absolutely.
It's not just memorizing vocabulary anymore.
Right. So AI platforms like Duolingo, Babbel, and Monly, they're offering truly personalized instruction with interactive exercises, real-time feedback on your pronunciation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, even game-like elements to keep you engaged.
That's fun.
Yeah. These apps are adjusting to your learning speed and figuring out where you need more practice.
That's so smart.
Yeah, so the whole thing's way more effective and fun.
It's kind of like having your own personal language tutor whenever you need it.
Right in your pocket.
What about, like, doing research?
Research.
That can be so daunting sometimes.
Yeah, can AI help streamline that too?
Exactly. Can it?
Yes.
Okay.
AI-powered research tools can sift through tons of information and find exactly what you need way faster. So tools like AI Researcher can actually find those relevant bits in textbooks on any topic you can think of. Consensus uses AI to pull out key findings from research papers. And platforms like Dimensions AI give you free access to a giant database of scholarly publications.
So no more scrolling through endless pages of search results.
Nope, not anymore.
I like that.
AI can process those huge data sets, find the important patterns and relationships, and then give you those concise summaries.
Oh, that's really helpful.
Way more efficient.
What about, like, flashcards?
Yeah.
Do people still use flashcards?
Oh, some people do.
Okay,
Yeah.
because even those are getting an AI upgrade, right?
Yeah, even flashcards. So tools like Limbix and Revisely, they can actually turn your notes, documents, even video transcripts into interactive flashcards.
Wow.
And many of them also use spaced repetition.
Okay.
That's a learning technique that basically shows you information at different intervals to help you remember it better.
That's cool.
Yeah, it really boosts your learning.
So you save a ton of time and effort creating those study materials. It sounds like AI is making learning more personalized and efficient.
Absolutely. And more accessible, too.
Yeah, and the source even mentioned, like, the potential for AI tutoring,
Oh, yeah.
not just for languages.
General tutoring for all sorts of things.
Right, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Personalized lessons 24/7.
So whether you're trying to learn a language for travel or really diving deep into a topic for work or, just for fun, AI is giving us these powerful tools to learn faster, more effectively, and in a way that fits our individual needs.
And what's really cool is how AI can adapt to different learning styles and paces.
Oh, for sure.
It makes learning a lot more personalized and ultimately a lot more successful.
Absolutely.
Okay, so from acquiring new knowledge to navigating the, well, often overwhelming world of shopping.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let's talk about how we can shop smarter, not harder, with AI.
So shopping has totally been transformed by AI. I mean, it's giving us a bunch of tools to make those smarter decisions, save time and money, and just have a more enjoyable shopping experience overall.
Yeah, price comparison, that's a big deal for me.
Oh, yeah, same here.
I always want to make sure I'm getting a good deal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, AI-powered tools can make this, super easy. So you have platforms like AppZero. They're doing these smart AI-driven product comparisons, so you don't have to check prices on a million different websites.
Oh, that's nice.
Even the big search engines like Google, they've incorporated AI into their shopping results so you can see those side-by-side comparisons.
I've noticed that. It's really helpful.
It's like having this always-on price-checking detective working for you in the background.
Yeah, I like that. What about those personalized product recommendations?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I feel so bombarded by all the choices.
Yes, information overload.
It's hard to know where to start.
Totally. Well, AI shopping assistants like AppZero and Manifest AI, those are the ones analyzing your browsing history, what you've bought before, even things you explicitly say you like, and then they suggest things just for you.
That's so helpful.
Yeah, and Google's got this cool vision match feature where you can actually describe a piece of clothing, and AI will show you visually similar products.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So it's great for cutting through the noise and finding stuff you're actually going to like.
So it's like a personal stylist almost.
Yeah, almost.
I like it.
Yeah, almost.
The source also mentioned these virtual try-on tools. Those still feel kind of futuristic to me.
I know, right? But platforms like AI uses, you can upload a picture of yourself and actually try on clothes, hairstyles, jewelry, makeup, all virtually, so you get a better idea of how something will look on you before you buy it, which could mean fewer returns.
Yeah, that would be huge, especially when you're shopping online.
Exactly.
What about, if something's out of stock, can AI help you track that?
Yes. Manifest AI has this out-of-stock AI tool. It can actually notify you when an item you want comes back in stock. And in the broader retail world, AI is being used to predict demand and track inventory, which could eventually mean getting those proactive notifications about sales and restocks on things you've had your eye on.
Oh, I would love that.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, AI is turning us into these super shoppers.
Yes.
We're making smarter decisions, saving time and money, and just having a more enjoyable shopping experience.
I like it. It's about personalization.
Totally.
Okay. So we've conquered the world of shopping.
All right.
Now let's turn our attention to something that's essential in our increasingly globalized world communication.
Communication.
How can AI help us break down language barriers?
Yeah, effective communication is absolutely key, and AI is making it easier to connect with people who speak different languages and for people with disabilities to use technology better.
Yeah, I mean, real-time translation, that's something that still kind of blows my mind.
I know, right?
It almost feels like magic.
It does.
So how does that even work?
Well, apps like Google Translate and Microsoft Bing, those are the popular ones, offer real-time translation for both text and speech.
Right.
And for things like meetings, platforms like Wordly actually provide live translations and captions in over 60 languages.
Oh, wow.
Which is huge for making sure everyone understands each other, in those multilingual settings.
Yeah, that's a game changer for global teams, travel, and just understanding each other better in this diverse world we live in.
Absolutely.
What about making the digital world accessible to everyone?
Oh, that's another area where AI is making a big difference. Tools like Accessibility and EqualWeb, they use AI to automate making websites accessible for people with disabilities, which can be a complicated process.
Yeah.
Then there's Air Caption, which uses AI to transcribe audio and video content offline.
Oh, okay.
And Read Easy. AI uses AI to simplify complex text, which makes it easier for people with reading difficulties or cognitive differences to understand.
Those are really amazing applications of AI.
Yeah.
It's making information and communication more inclusive for everyone.
Exactly.
And what about speech-to-text technology? Is that AI-powered too?
Yes, definitely. Okay. Services like Google Cloud Speech-to-Text and SpeechText.ai can accurately transcribe speech into text.
Oh, that's so helpful.
Yeah. Especially if you have trouble typing or need to transcribe recordings quickly, like, say, lectures or interviews.
Yeah, yeah. And the advancements in AI for sign language translation, those are really promising too, right?
Yeah, they're exciting. So platforms like SignSpeak are working on AI-powered sign language translation and recognition systems.
Okay.
And then there are open source libraries like Celti AI that actually give developers the tools to build custom sign language translation apps. So the field's still developing, but it has this huge potential to improve communication for the deaf and hard of hearing community.
It's really clear that AI is playing a big role in breaking down these communication barriers.
It is.
It's helping to create a more inclusive and interconnected world.
A global community where we can all understand each other, no matter what language we speak or what our abilities are.
I love that.
Yeah, AI is not just passively translating words, it's
Right.
helping us understand each other on a deeper level and build meaningful connections.
That's what it's all about.
Mhm.
Okay, from breaking down barriers to unleashing our inner creativity.
Yes,
Everyone wants to be more creative, right? But sometimes the ideas just don't flow.
absolutely. You hit that wall and it's like, what now?
This text talks about using AI image generators, things like DALL-E or Midjourney. Ever played around with those?
A little bit, yeah. It's amazing what they can come up with.
It is. The idea is you can actually use these to get the creative juices flowing, make unique images, even generate ideas for stories.
I think what's cool is that it makes creativity more accessible. You don't have to be a master painter or anything.
Right. You can experiment with AI music tools, too. It's like having a collaborator who can instantly create music based on your prompts.
And the text even mentions using AI for editing photos and videos down the line.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a game changer. Imagine, like, perfect Instagram posts with no effort.
Well, maybe not no effort, but definitely easier.
Okay, next up, let's talk money. Everyone's favorite topic.
Right.
Budgeting, saving, investing. It could all be such a headache.
It really can. And it's easy to feel lost, like you don't even know where to start.
Exactly. So the text highlights AI budgeting apps, Mint, Pocket Guard, those kinds of things.
I've used Mint before. It's great for tracking spending, seeing where your money's actually going.
Yeah, and these AI tools can give you personalized insights like, hey, you're spending way too much on coffee.
Which, let's be honest, is probably true for a lot of us.
Definitely me. And it mentions AI for investment analysis. Imagine having an AI that can predict the stock market.
Well, maybe not predict, but at least analyze trends and help you make more informed decisions.
That's still pretty amazing. Okay, last but not least, information overload. How do we deal with the constant flood of news and articles and social media?
Yeah, it feels impossible to stay on top of everything.
Right. So the text suggests a couple things. AI news apps, for one. Personalized news feeds, so you're only seeing what's actually relevant to you.
That's a great idea because otherwise you just get lost in the noise.
And then there's AI-powered search engines. Smarter search, basically.
So instead of just keywords, it understands what you're actually looking for.
Exactly. And imagine having AI that can summarize long articles for you. No more spending hours reading something you could have gotten the gist of in 5 minutes.
I would love that. Oh, and the text mentions AI for filtering social media. I think that has huge potential.
Like an AI that can block all the negativity and just show you the good stuff.
Yeah, or help you curate your feed so you're not just mindlessly scrolling.
Okay, so to sum up this AI Please Guide My Life presence thing, it's actually pretty practical. AI can help us be more creative, manage our money, and handle information overload.
And it's not some futuristic fantasy. These are tools we can start using today.
Right. The text even encourages everyone to try at least one of these AI life hacks, as they call them. I think that's a great idea.
Me too. It's about seeing AI as a partner, a tool that can make our lives a little bit easier and free up our time and energy for other things.
So thinking about all this, what other parts of your life do you think could benefit from a little AI assistance?
That's a good question. I think the possibilities are pretty endless, honestly.
I think so too.
Sure.
Lots to think about.